This is Real Oregon Lifestyle with Andrea Fay and Jenn Fiddler, two licensed real estate brokers who share their love of all things Oregon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Real Oregon Lifestyle. I'm Andrea Fay.
And I'm Jenn Fiddler.
And here we've got Keith Kolkow with us, candidate for Albany City Council. And instead of doing our usual real estate update, today we're going to do something fun. And we're going to be trying some new products from Towns Cider House.
So excited.
And just a quick correction for you guys. Every episode is fun.
Oh, well, thank you.
This one's just fun for you guys.
So should I bust out the first one?
Yeah.
Somebody
and
said I should crack this into the microphone.
Yes, crack it.
There you go.
Nice.
Woo woo.
So here, I'll put it on camera for you guys. I don't know.
Oh, that one's green, so it kind of blends in. But
That's
what
awesome.
one is that? What is the flavor?
This first one we're trying is the key lime and mint. And I put it in order of what I thought would be kind of the lightest to then we're going to try some other flavors and then end with their rosé. But key lime and mint. So I got somehow assigned to be the official pourer. I don't know how that
There
happened.
you go.
Thank you.
Ooh, this smells good.
That's a big taste.
Yeah.
And you know, it's seltzer, so it's not like we have to be all hoity-toity about our tasting skills.
Andy.
Right.
Got to have
You
some
don't
for
wanna
Andy.
sniff it?
I mean, I just did.
Give it a little
It does
swirl.
smell really good.
It does. I love mint. Anything mint
I like lime.
flavored and
Lime just reminds me of Cinco de Mayo.
mm.
And not the falling down Cinco de Mayo.
Ooh, that's really good. I like that.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Super mild.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like the mint kind of balances out what could be too limey. I've tried other hard seltzers from other brands who we won't mention on this podcast.
In all honesty, I was expecting like a full lime punch.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of oversold it earlier when we were talking about lime. I was like, it can be a little limey, but I mean, I like it personally. I think it's a good balance.
yeah.
I would drink this gardening.
Mm-hmm.
I would drink it anytime in the sunshine and on my lawn chair
Yeah.
at the lake.
On the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely boat
Yeah.
drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Jen, can I see the can?
Mm-hmm.
It's got almost a gin and tonic kind of vibe.
Yeah.
A little bit. And I'm not even a gin and tonic kind of a girl, but I like this.
So their alcoholic content comes not from like a malted beverage, like the Budweiser Seltzer or something. It comes from apple wine. No doubt that they're making there because Towns is an apple cidery.
Mm-hmm. And I think they get all their fruit from Oregon.
Oh, awesome.
That's
Mhm.
cool.
I'm really impressed with the flavor. It's
Yeah.
really, really good. It's a little bit sweeter than I'd expected it to be. Has a different mouthfeel too. You know,
Yeah, it's
Keith, you
Not super bubbly.
exactly. You were
Yeah.
talking about that earlier.
Yeah, some of those seltzers, you feel like they just kind of sit like right in your chest almost when you're, especially the first couple drinks, it's almost kind of like a shock to your system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to feel bloated if I'm just drinking one can of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have that malty liquor flavor either.
Yeah.
Which is
Mm-mm.
nice.
That could be a new slogan for them. Buzzed, not bloated.
We'll reach out to him, let him know about that one.
Yeah, that's nice. It's got that kind of more apple cidery kind of effervescence instead of the kick in the pants seltzer style.
Well, this also for me would be like a really good alternative to a real sugary margarita.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so in the back of my mind, I didn't want to be the one to say this. I was just thinking you could make a mean margarita out of this,
You totally could.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see why you couldn't just blend that up.
right?
I mean, or I have it on the rocks, which is how I would do it. I mean, get the most for your money.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I don't have any tequila in the studio bar. I'm sorry, you guys.
Oh,
It's okay. Again,
Fail.
this is not Cinco de Mayo falling down Cinco de Mayo. We're not going there.
Cinco de Seltzer or Seco de Seltzer.
Seco de
Ooh,
Seltzer. There
yeah.
you go. All right, you guys, I already finished mine.
Oh, sorry. I'm
yeah.
lagging.
Yeah,
Our bad.
put it in here.
I did, by the way, have a smaller portion. I didn't pour that out very. You probably got the biggest portion, Andrea.
Awesome. It's like the biggest lightweight
Our
here.
biggest lightweight gets the biggest portion.
Yay.
Put it in there.
So, but before we switch, Towns also makes hand sanitizer. which we thought was really cool. I put a little bit on. In full disclosure, before this, we had some tacos, and it took the taco smell just right off my hands.
Oh, I was like, did you drink it?
But it's a nice light, it doesn't have that goopy, gross feel. Some of those hand sanitizers, I put them on and I feel like I need to wash my hands because they're just like sticky.
There's
or
like
something.
a film on your hands afterwards.
Yeah.
I like those, especially because I'll put it in like a little spray bottle and I'll just put some essential oil drops in there and spray. Like, honestly, we're supposed to be hand sanitizing before we go in property and stuff. So I actually spray my clients' hands down.
Oh my gosh, you're
hold
such a
out
mom.
your
I can see you doing
hands.
that. Yep.
I do it. But actually they really like it because they're like, oh yeah, we need to be sanitary. So they hold out their hands and I spray people's hands, but I put essential oils in there. And then afterwards it's like, oh, this smells like lemongrass. Not bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
In some ways, that's better than what you did to me. You licked your thumb and then wiped some dirt off my face. So,
Yes, exactly. You know what? I'll do that too if you're not careful.
I think I've been the victim of that before.
Oh, for sure.
Probably.
get a few of these seltzers in her and we'll all be there.
Right?
Okay, I'm going to open the pineapple and passion fruit one. I
still
did
not-
try this earlier. I'm going to do this again. This one is probably, well, I haven't tried all of them, but of the two I've tried, this one is my favorite. For Andy.
It's like musical glasses over here.
Right.
A little bit.
Hand me Andrea's glass.
Yes.
Thank you.
Keith, you could have said musical Karens.
Again, you gave me a lot.
I didn't mean
Right?
to. I just don't want to waste it. There's a little bit left in here.
Yeah,
in case
yeah.
anybody needs a second tasting
Okay,
of
so
it.
this is the pineapple. What's it called?
It is pineapple and passion fruit from real fruit, not sugar, like all of these, which is amazing. Oh, one thing we forgot to mention, this is basically a diet because they're only 100 calories. So,
I like this diet.
yeah.
I can get on board for this diet.
I'm only going to consume 1,000 calories of these.
And then eat a bunch of tacos.
Holy cow, this is really good.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a pear flavor, which is
Mhm.
nice.
It does. You know what? After the lime, I can taste the pear now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The first time I tried it, I was like, I taste pineapple.
Yeah.
It is
I
a little
think
pear.
I'm smelling the pineapple and tasting the pear more this time.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah. That's really good. So in the meantime, should we tell them about the tacos that we had?
Oh, yeah. So
Right?
you can pair seltzer with anything,
Really anything.
pretty much anything. But we chose to pair it with tacos from Tacos El Machine. Andy, do you mind putting up the pretty picture of our tacos that we got? We're very proud of the pretty picture of tacos.
Yes.
There it
oh my
is.
goodness.
So
So-
good.
Tacos El Machine has 2 locations. It's one of our favorites. Nathan and I go to Tacos El Machine all the time because you can get some pretty good tacos for a good price.
Hmm.
You can get full. It's delicious. And it's like authentic street tacos. Like if you were in California, you would find stuff like this.
Yeah.
Delicious stuff. The ones we got today were the al pastor or marinated pork. I personally think that it's the best. They do, however, have like pulled chicken, luenga, chorizo.
I think they have cabeza too.
I think you're right.
Cabeza is
It's like cow's head meat.
Yeah. I've never
Super
tried that.
tender and good.
I would definitely try it though.
Yeah. I'm always game to try stuff,
Me too.
except for pickles.
Well, we did get Andrea to eat a pickled carrot before this.
And that was delicious. So I'll make some exceptions to the rule on my pickle hatred.
My wife's pickles, you can't turn them down.
So good.
She
They were
does a
good.
good job.
So have you ever had barbacoa?
Yes.
Barbacoa tacos. Those
Yes.
are so good. I had those when I lived in Texas because I was like 20 and I thought that was like barbecue taco. When I was going through the drive-thru, I was like, that sounds great. And then later my friend told me, he's like, barbacoa is cheek meat from the cow.
That's what barbacoa is?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know. Yeah. They're delicious.
It's so good.
Mhm. So good.
That's one of those weird cuts that I think the The butcher, if you don't ask specifically about it, a lot of times they'll keep. We have pork jowl in our freezer, and I'm saving it to make bacon out of because jowl bacon is one of my favorite things.
Oh, I want to try that.
Is it more like less fat, more meat, or why? I'm just curious.
It has a completely different texture and flavor from pork belly. It's just, I don't know. It's intensely flavorful. It's very, very good. It takes the smoke really well. It takes the brine really well. As a matter of fact, we did ham hocks on the smoker not too long ago, and that was, I don't know, it was shocking. Like, I don't know why I've always just taken ham hocks and thrown them in the crock pot. Like, I'm a barbecue person. I should be doing more with these ham hocks.
Right.
I'll never do anything else. I tried making them ham style where I brined them for 7 days in a ham brine, and that was good too. Don't get me wrong. There was nothing wrong with that. But honestly, my favorite thing now has been just, smothering them in a good barbecue rub and slow smoking them. And they were amazing. You cook them like you do ribs. I used the 3-2-1 method. So 3 hours on smoke, 2 hours wrapped, 1 hour unwrapped, but on a higher temperature to finish. And I can't say enough good things about them. We made those into pulled pork tacos, and they were shocking.
Yum.
That
By the
sounds
way,
so good.
their pulled pork tacos are the best ever.
I've heard about these tacos multiple times.
Truly amazing. And Andy has, many smokers, but a commercial smoker that he pulls.
It's not commercial, it's competition.
Competition. I'm sorry, I used the wrong word.
Well, if it was commercial, it would be 4 times the size.
Well, it's still a big ass
good.
smoker. And it's he uses fire for fire. Duh. He uses wood as his fuel source. It's amazing. The best pulled pork tacos ever.
And
we
we're
need to have a little get together.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And Keith, help me out. I'm trying to find Andrea a wood-fired smoker.
Yeah.
I'm really if I could find her an Oklahoma Joe, one of the small ones, I think that would just be the perfect start.
Yeah.
But something live fire.
I like live fire. I think it's really cool. My only reservation is whether or not I'm going to have the time to stick with it.
Yeah.
Or I have to put Nathan on the job, which I
Boys
think he'd
love
be okay with that.
Yeah, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, darn. I have
Hanging
to
out
be outside.
outside.
Yeah. Ooh.
Rough.
Oh, darn.
I might have to drink some seltzers.
Right.
Okay, these two are yours. Here, Andy.
Okay.
By the way, thank you. I hear that Grayson also likes seltzer.
Grayson likes seltzer, and I'm just going to tell you guys a little diet tip via Grayson. So Grayson used to drink IPA, and he decided that he wanted to lose some weight, and he switched to drinking seltzers and has lost 20 pounds.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, I'll tell you about this one. Clementine and grapefruit. Let's see what
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I like a good citrus.
Yeah. Clementine juice. I don't really know what a clementine is.
That's like a little orange.
It's
Is it?
orange.
Okay.
Yeah. It smells orangey.
Mhm.
Oh, that smells really good.
Is it a
Yeah.
cross between an orange and a tangerine or something? Something like that.
Man, I wish I knew my fruit.
Ooh. I don't know if I have a new favorite. That might be my new favorite.
Right now, it's between the pineapple and this one.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Good.
lime was really good too, but I don't naturally gravitate towards lime. This is fantastic, though.
Yeah. These, I have to say, are far and away above and beyond if you've tried Truly or White Claw
Mhm.
or all of the other ones that are out there. It's nothing like that at all. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a completely different experience.
Now, and I'm not totally familiar with the calorie content and in the competition. But for 100 calories, that's the equivalent to like a baked potato.
Yeah.
So you're good. Just don't eat that baked potato with your dinner.
Oh, I'd way rather have this.
Me too.
I'm not a big seltzer person just because of that really overly bubbly feeling, because I'm used to more of like beer or wine. And I would drink these. Like I'm going to go buy some for sure.
Absolutely.
Although you do love some champagne.
I do. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was going to say, this is
Both
giving
of you
me
guys do love some
super
champagne.
low key kind of mimosa vibes.
A little bit, yeah. Very
Yeah, with the
mimosa-y.
orange
I like
especially.
that.
So
Yeah.
fun fact, if you wanted to have, just like a little vodka drink and one of these seltzers, 80 proof vodka, one shot is 96 calories.
Oh, wow.
So it's nearly identical to one of these seltzers.
Not bad.
yeah.
And I think you could put this in place of a mimosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mimosas are so sugary.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're just, you really can't do more than one. Or I could see these, like, you could definitely do a few of these. Not feel too
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like they made one for every kind of meal, Start out with this
Yeah.
orange in the morning.
I was joking about pairing. I'm like, exactly. You can pair it with anything. You really can. But it
Mhm.
does kind of seem like there's a theme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I suddenly now know why they make the coffee seltzer. I'm trying to remember who it is. Is it Pabst that makes the coffee seltzer?
It's Pabst.
Wow.
So I have to
Yeah,
tell
but
you
that's a
about
breakfast
this.
drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, totally. I had a friend of mine come over and she said that she got some super crazy coupon deal. And so she got these Pabst espresso malted drinks.
Yikes.
That is the worst thing I've ever tasted. I'm sorry, Pabst, but no,
I mean, the bar wasn't very high already,
it's
to be
true.
honest. Not expecting great things from Pabst.
Hey, coming back to the Clementine, by the way, it is a hybrid between a mandarin orange and a sweet orange.
Oh, good to know.
Dates back to the late 19th century. So nice.
Interesting.
Good on you, Keith.
Yeah.
I knew it was
Wow.
a hybrid of something.
Keith is brilliant.
I like to read.
I like that Andy fact checks us too.
Yes. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you for
our amazing
fact-checking us.
producer.
Don't call it fact checking. Call it curiosity.
Right?
I'm the guy with
You
the
know,
keyboard.
We're good with that too.
Oh, this one's a totally different color.
So this is the one
Mhm.
that I actually put on our Instagram and Facebook, and I was asking people what we're drinking.
It's pretty.
Everybody came in with a Kool-Aid or
That was me.
I got a couple other answers too that were not correct. Nobody got it right.
Somebody said
A
Aperol
Negroni.
Spritz, and that was that. Huh?
Which
Yeah,
one
which
is that?
one's us?
I'm in order here.
That's
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Thank
I
you.
was trying to do it like that.
I think.
We're trying
at
not
this
to-
point, I don't really know. I
Number
hope you guys
three.
Try
are
not to cross-contaminate.
trying.
That's why I picked the glass with the flaw in it.
Oh, very
Which one is
wise.
this?
Okay, so this one is raspberry plus Meyer lemon. Wow, that is really, really good.
By the way, I'm growing Meyer lemons.
Oh,
Well, I have grown them.
is that just a fancy lemon? Why are they regular?
It's just a
different than
breed
regular?
of lemon, I think.
Just different.
Are they
Okay.
hardier?
I
Grow
think,
up here, I think.
yeah, I think they develop a little bit more in colder weather as well. So the natural sugars develop a bit more, that sort of thing. I only know that because I tried getting Corianne a Meyer lemon tree, but it was before we had owned a home. And so it just sat outside of our duplex. And I don't think that it was the right environment or anything,
Oh, you got to bring it inside. We have one. You have to bring it inside.
Well, we brought it inside as well. It just, it leafed, but it never produced any fruit.
Oh.
It was a house plant for a while.
Yeah.
We had ours produced fruit last year. It's blooming right now, but I don't know if we're going to get fruit, but poor guy, it's been a little neglected this year. It's not happy. It looks like a fairly healthy plant, but we could be doing better.
I'll be over soon.
Please, I need you, Keith. I need your help with that.
Keith, swing by here. I'll get you some duck bedding.
Sweet.
I have to tell you guys, follow up from a few weeks ago when Keith was on and we talked about landscaping and flowers and all of that kind of stuff. I went to Al's Garden Center today and I got
job.
myself a
Awesome.
couple of crepe myrtles. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. Crepe myrtles. So I went to the guy and I said, okay, I need something that needs full sun, that's pretty, that I really can't kill and will still bloom this year because it's kind of late in the season. He
Yeah.
said, get a crepe myrtle. So I got two. And then I got some annuals. I don't remember what those were called, but they were like red leafy things with pink flowers.
Okay.
Really pretty. I didn't do anything. I picked them out and Grayson planted them and did all that. So my yard is starting to look better.
You
Awesome.
made
Compliments
Grayson
of-
plant them?
Well, yeah.
Sorry, Grayson.
They said to dig a 3-foot hole. I was like, well, I'm out for that then, of course. So
Actually, I would probably enlist Nathan's help in that too.
I felt like he just wanted to anyway.
Right.
I'm
I'll
sure
check
he
him out
did.
this weekend for sure.
Yeah.
Come inspect.
When you come inspect, because I need something on the other side of the crepe myrtles that's a little bit lower. I was going to put my hydrangea back there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Is
that on the back side of the house?
Yeah, the hot side.
Yeah,
I don't know about the
I wouldn't
hydrangea.
put the hydrangeas back there. It's too hot.
Okay. That's
I
what
still
thought.
like the idea of the lavender and the daisies on the backside.
Mhm.
At least that's what was pictured in my brain.
And sunflowers.
And sunflowers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. P.S. Al's Garden Center in kind of the Shoals area out by our house is amazing. That is one of the coolest places I've ever been in. They have home decor. They have, I got a bunch of pillows, all
Nice.
kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, that place is cool.
So it's like garlands.
Yeah.
On crack, maybe.
Yeah. It's a little bit, I think Garland's used to be one of my favorite places when I lived here to go pick up outdoor decor.
Oh, yeah.
And also they have really cute inside stuff as well. And we planted a lot of our landscaping from Garland's when I lived here. Probably about 10 times that size. It's huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah.
Can we make a field trip?
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, that would be a really fun podcast.
Yes.
Do a
Yes.
field trip to Al's Garden Center. Oh my
That
gosh.
sounds fantastic. I love plants. I can't say I'm an expert at all, but I do love it. I'm more of a vegetable gardener, though. I love that part.
What is that garden center out going towards Philomath, Andrea?
That's Chenard's.
Chenard's, yeah.
Mhm. Also
pretty good.
fantastic. I go there all the time because it's close to the house.
I'm starting to formulate a theory. I'm starting to think that like garden centers, hobby shops, and butchers, if they have the person's name in front of them, first name or last, doesn't matter too much. I think those are the ones you want to go with. Like if I go to
Yeah.
a garden center that has kind of a pun, funny name, I don't think I'm going to quite get the same stuff, as like Tom's.
Yeah.
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 Well, it's ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If you're going to put your name on it, it's a good business.
Exactly.
I like UND. UND is a good one too.
Oh, yeah. That is a good one in Albany.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't been there.
So
I'll
how do
just
we
check that
feel
out.
about this raspberry?
So
I like it.
I like it also. It's refreshing. It does look like Kool-Aid a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The raspberry comes through in a big way. It is
Yeah.
a little tart for me. I'm not generally like a lemonade fan. This has a little bit of if raspberry lemonade actually was made with raspberry and lemons, this is what it would taste like.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It wouldn't be my first choice. I think I'm still gravitating towards the pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
don't know.
but
I really
what
like
if you put your vodka in this?
Oh, I'd be okay with that.
I mean, that would be
I mean,
dangerous, but yeah.
It really
Right.
would be.
It's like that meme.
Andrea would be
Okay.
again. So this would be Cinco de Mayo, Andrea.
Yeah.
We're not going for that, Andrea, right now.
I'm not a huge raspberry flavor person, so I can kind of take it or leave
By the
it.
way, feel free to, if you can't drink all yours, the discard cup.
But the others
We're not
were
here to get
delicious.
trashed right now. Maybe later.
We do have the rosé to try.
Barbecue day.
So while we're trying the rosé, Keith was here a couple of weeks ago, and some of you probably saw that he, again, update, is running for city council. I would love to know in the last couple of weeks since we saw you what you've been up to.
It's been pretty busy. We went through the filing deadline, so that's when it's the last day that someone could file to run for office. I filed like the second day it opened up, and then it stays open for a couple weeks. So that passed by, and so I got news of who my opponents are because I'm running in an open seat. I'm not challenging an incumbent. And I got some endorsements. So
Oh, nice.
yeah.
From who?
So the first one I got was from UFCW, which is the United Food and Commercial Workers Union. And
Nice.
big fan of them.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And the other one was the American Federation of State and County and Municipalities, AFSCME, which I am a former AFSCME member. So yeah. those were-
Tell us
American
a little bit.
Federation and State. Wait, say that again.
American Federation of State and County and Municipal Workers.
That's a lot.
Employees, not workers.
Okay.
And what is
So
that acronym?
what do they do?
I'm sorry. I'm still catching up.
Right? Which one? The AFSCME one?
Yes.
That's the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees.
Okay.
They're
And
just checking your drunken level.
I'm just,
Right.
yeah.
That's a lot to get
I'm
in
checking myself.
there, right?
So I'm assuming they do things like worker protection and
Yep.
rights and things like that.
Yeah. So UFCW, mainly commercial workers, like a lot of the Fred Meyer employees. Those are all UFCW represented employees. And then AFSCME is more, like city employees, local government employees. I worked for a community action agency, and that's how I was covered because we were counted under the county level. So yeah, worker protection, worker
Awesome.
rights. Definitely, I'm a big supporter of the right to unionize. I think it's important to protect those rights. That's how we got weekends, right?
Hell yeah, power to the
Woo
people.
woo.
Yes.
That's right.
It's also how we kept children from climbing down chimneys. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triangle shirt waist factory, all that good stuff. Unionize. But yeah, so those happened. I have a couple more endorsement interviews coming up. I held my first town hall, which was cool, answering people's questions.
That sounds like it went really well.
It went pretty good. So far, I'm the only candidate or even a city councilor who's held a town hall to ask what's important to people and answer their questions.
You
So,
hear that?
Yes.
Only candidate.
Only one.
Yeah.
Curious to when you say that, what are people looking for and concerned about? What are some things that you heard? Was there some general themes?
General themes were kind of around a lot of people aren't fully aware of like building codes and stuff. So I answered some questions about that. Luckily, I have experience on our landmarks commission, so I know quite a bit about our local codes and development codes. Had some questions about my own experience, like what makes me qualified to run, why I'm running, those kind of things. But generally, they were pretty easy to answer questions that just pertain to local government. You can find it. I did it live on Facebook. It's just Keith for Albany. It's my Facebook page. You can check that out.
I really wanted to show up to that and be that one guy that was like, yeah, hi. I was in the local park and there was a big container, a hand wash station that said non-potable water. So I boiled and made some tea with that water and I got very sick. And I want to know what you're going to do about it.
Right? I am so sorry to hear that happen to you.
I'm picturing a scene out of
Parks and Rec.
Yes, I was
It
going to
is.
say Leslie Dope.
It is a lot
Totally.
like Parks and Rec. Our last city council meeting we had a very long section about a house that was deemed condemned. It was knocked down, and then the owner of that property still lives there, and there's like tents, and it's kind of pretty nasty situation. So hearing from all of the neighbors about how gross it is and how it's like a flop house area, but you just listen and find out how you can make a solution for that.
That is a delicate one too, because
is.
I mean, it
It
is
is.
their property, but at the same
is.
time, I mean, you can't just be turning that into a drug encampment. Like that's not gonna fly.
No.
And so that's a really delicate one.
Yeah.
That's a
That
fine
whole
line to walk.
conversation is just a really tough conversation
Yeah.
right now.
Oh,
that's being had all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah.
We deal with it in Corvallis too. By the way, if I was living in Albany, I would totally vote for you.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I can't. I live
all
in
good.
Philomath.
That's the weird part here. Everybody surrounding you, Keith, none of us can vote for you, but
I
you have
know.
our support.
Thank you. I
Kind of a bummer,
appreciate
but I
it.
totally would.
Right. Cheers.
Absolutely.
Oh, speaking of cheers, what do we think, you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I forgot to explain this one because we got chatty. This is the Bold Leaf wine. It is a rosé. It says it's exceptionally drinkable. I would definitely agree with that. It is a delicious pink wine.
Yeah.
I would
Unpopular,
agree.
unpopular opinion. Any wine out of a can, I instantly want to call it a brosé, because if I can just crack a can and be on my riding lawnmower sipping it,
Right. You
That's
crack
what
the
we're gonna live
can,
in.
your
Although,
sleeves
are you
fall
gonna
off.
are you gonna be mowing your lawn with a rosé?
I might with this. It's pretty
Okay,
good.
I
well,
would.
fair enough.
This is refreshing. I would way rather mow than with this than a beer.
I've already
Yeah,
had
oh,
my
yeah.
couple of, whatever is on the rocks, and now I'm
Mhm.
just out for a cruise. This is
Right.
the perfect this is a maintenance drink right here, you guys.
Yeah.
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 You know, when I first got this, I was like, canned wine, really? How good can this be? And then I tried it. I was like, okay, it's not bad. This is really good.
Mhm.
It's very good. I'm not exactly usually a rosé person. Some of them are just overly sweet, and this is a good balance of it's a little bit sweet, but it's not over the top. And also, then you get the opposite end of rosé, where it's like that dry, hits you in the back of the throat rosé. This is a good in between. I really like it.
Yeah.
Mhm. I like
It's got
it.
a good floral on the back end.
So
Yeah.
is this an apple wine? Does it say
Let's see here.
that? I mean, I'm just curious because it does have a little bit of appleness to it.
It does. It doesn't actually say what I mean, I can smell and taste the apple, but it doesn't actually say what the fruit profile or whatever you call it is.
I'm going to go on a little bit of a limb here. This has the same, or at least a similar mouthfeel to me, to things made with champagne yeast.
A little
It
bit.
has teeny tiny little bubbles. It's very effervescent.
Yep.
When it hits your palate, it continues to effervesce even after you've swallowed. It's really kind of reminiscent of champagne in that way to me.
Mhm.
I totally have that same thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm normally not a champagne girl. When these guys hit the champagne, I'm usually not.
Yeah.
But with this, I definitely would.
Well,
Yeah.
usually that's because Jen's passing around a bottle. So, I mean,
Actually, that's probably true.
Right? We're more of the mimosa bar folks, right?
It is you guys are the mimosa people for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to. I definitely don't have mimosas very often anymore. I think that the sugar just kills me, but I could get
Mhm.
behind something like this for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm. No, this is amazing. So you should put up real quick. I know we're getting close on time. There's a video on how they're canning all of these things. Do you mind putting that up there?
yeah.
I think it's just kind of cool. This comes out of Corvallis. Everything is Oregon oriented, which we're a huge fan of because that's what this show is all about. And I just think it's amazing what this company does and how community oriented they are.
Yeah, they're awesome. Big fan of Two Towns.
And the seltzers, part of their theme is they want to be community oriented. So they really want artists to be involved in their journey as well. So artists out there, if you want to be part of the Seek Out movement, so to speak, contact Towns Cider.
Wish I was an artist.
Right? Me too.
We need to come back to this because I didn't know about that. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that the can design thing?
It's more than that. They want to be involved with the community.
Okay.
Oh.
I've got some fun community stuff they can get involved in for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how cool is this, you guys? Look
Can
at that.
lines.
Mm-hmm. It's
So-
cool just watching everything. This is in Corvallis, Oregon. Little old
Cool.
Corvallis.
I love that they're employing local people. This is a local manufacturing. This is cool.
Oh,
Mhm.
and Andrea, you should probably add this video at the bottom of your episode for audio listeners.
Yeah.
So fun fact, after I got out of the Air Force, my first job was at Coors Brewery in Golden, Colorado.
Oh, I did not
And
know
I worked
that.
on the can lines and the glass lines for beer.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. That's
So,
right.
yeah.
I don't think
isn't that
I knew
cool?
this about you, Keith.
Yeah. So seeing the can lines like takes me back. We'd be
Aw.
doing Coors Light all day long.
The
This is
Texas
better.
days.
This is better. I mean, no offense to your old
Oh
job.
yeah, way better.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like a diehard Coors fan.
I mean, I will drink Coors, if I'm out camping or something, or sometimes I just kind of get a hankering for the old
Mhm.
days. But
It's the nostalgia, yeah.
yeah,
It's like box Kraft mac and cheese. Sometimes
Yep.
you just want it.
right.
Okay, so one of my very first drinks, and I was definitely not of age. I'm so sorry. But my
Good
first
thing you're not running for office.
I
Jeez.
know.
No comment.
I would get ruled out. I
Scandal.
know. My first drink, though, I'm pretty sure was a Coors Light mixed with orange juice. Don't recommend it.
It's a redneck mimosa.
It
right
totally was.
Are you kidding me right now? That's a brass monkey.
Yeah. Well, I was
Oh, yeah.
camping at the time. I was camping. We were water skiing. It was part of a water ski tournament, and that's some of the things that all the kids at the water ski tournament, they all get together.
there. Ooh,
And there's a little bit of partying that goes on. The parents don't know what's going on.
of course
And
not.
it was No, they do not. But it was a lot of fun. But meanwhile, that was my first one, and Coors was involved.
Yeah. I have definitely had a Coors with orange juice on it with Jenn on a boat.
Was that like a splash of orange juice, or was it like half and half?
I think it was like a splash.
See, that's better.
Yeah. And we were on Detroit Lake, so it was completely appropriate.
We've talked about Detroit before when we were talking about our favorite places to go. And Detroit Lake is far and away one of my favorite places in the entire world.
Super fun.
Being out on that lake on a hot day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, since the podcast that we talked about camping, totally random side note, but I have to tell you guys about this. I went to Silver Lake, Washington, which is near Mount St. Helens, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen a lake with only 3 other boats on it before. I'm used to going to Detroit or, Foster and Green Peter and stuff, and there's a lot of boats on the water. Anyway, long story short, it has warm pockets because it's by Mount St. Helens. So you'll be just in the water. And first of all, it's not that cold to begin with, but then you'll just kind of float through these little, they feel like 80 degrees at that point.
Wow.
Yeah, it is the coolest new discovery that we've made this year.
Do they have a water ski course there at all?
No.
Sorry, I'm a water skier.
I don't think so, but I mean, we could take you out on the boat if you want to bring your skis. It's definitely, it would be a good place to water ski because a lot of places we've gone lately are pretty choppy. Detroit Lake gets really choppy.
It does.
Near the end of the day, too. You got to go first thing in the morning or kind of last thing at night. But
it's the west wind. In the Northwest, we get this west wind. Comes up about 3 o'clock. We get it in Philomath, pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Silver Lake, Washington apparently does not have that. It would have been just like glass. It would have been perfect.
Nice.
Well, that sounds like fun. I'm totally up for that. We love water sports. Obviously, we all 3 of us have that in common. Andy, I have gotten out to the lake before for barbecuing purposes, which was fantastic also.
Nice.
And actually, I have a question to ask you guys because we're heading into the season, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been seeing more and more and more Halloween stuff, pumpkin spice stuff. I mean, I feel like today's episode, this is really kind of the last hold on the summer, because seltzers, especially seltzers like these that are almost more like spritzers. I would call them spritzers, not seltzers, personally.
Yeah.
But you know what's coming next, don't you?
Oh yeah, I know. It's the pumpkin spice.
The spice.
It's the spice.
I'm not gonna lie. I made myself my healthy pumpkin spice smoothie the other day. I just wanted to give it a shot and try it again and just remind myself what that was like. I had 2 of them and I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I was about to yell shame. I thought you were going to be like, no, I'm ready for it.
No, it's like, I'll just try it. I was like, what is this like? I can't remember. Let's try it again.
Still terrible.
That was good.
And here's the bad news for me. It wasn't just this side. It was both sides.
Ooh.
They're really filling it in, you guys.
Yeah.
It's here.
Too early. Too soon.
I agree.
Sorry, is that at
Every
Walmart?
year.
No, that was at Safeway.
Safeway. Okay.
Walmart.
Okay. So I
Well,
feel like
it's close to here.
2020 is going painfully slow, yet somehow so fast.
The good parts are going fast.
Yeah. So
Right.
seeing the pumpkin in the store just feels like, oh, it's just part of 2020 , right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm more of a chai
Pumpkin
tea
came
kind of a
early.
girl. I'll do chai tea.
It's
all
not
day long.
midnight yet.
Right.
You know what? So summertime is my favorite of all the seasons.
Oh yeah.
I get to water ski. I get to be in the sun. I mean, it's the time that we make our money in real estate also. It's a great time of year. I always get kind of sad when it goes.
Mhm.
I
Hang
have
on.
to say, though, this time of year, not, for any other reason other than all the trees on my street are starting to turn and it's still hot. We're in that window of like 3 weeks of amazing,
Yeah.
beautiful foliage, yet it's still hot. It's kind of my favorite.
I think that we're
Fire
going to
pit
get an
nights.
early fall.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't want to say it, but I can tell because the leaves are falling and I'm trying to ski and there's leaves falling.
I was really hoping that the reward for quarantining ourselves for who knows how long we've been quarantining now would be.
It's only been 15 days. What do you mean?
1 year later.
Yeah. I thought the reward would be. that maybe just summer would start in December. Mother Nature would just be like, "Oh, you deserve a break."
Right?
I'm on board with this.
I saw something that we should skip daylight savings time this year. Just
Daylight-
Oh, that'd be
forget
great.
about
Well,
it.
daylight savings time is worthless. I'm sorry, but
Right.
and this does not reflect the opinion of anybody else here. It's solely mine. But like daylight savings time, that is a carryover from the days when you had children so that they could work the fields.
Yeah.
Like we don't have that anymore.
Yep.
We might be going back to that in about 5 years, but right now we don't need it.
Yeah.
Andrea, I was going to actually ask you something. You said that the summertime is when you typically make all of your money.
Mhm.
Has that really been the case, especially in the Willamette Valley? Jen, as well? I mean, it seems like
This year's different.
yeah.
This year's totally different. I think that summertime is typically like, spring and summer are the active times for buyers and sellers. And this year has been, for the most part, we've stayed really good and steady. And Jen's been extremely busy. Good for you. And that's usually typically what we see. Busy agents will stay pretty busy through that. However, there's agents out there, like maybe newer agents, that they're not as busy this time of year, which is weird. And I'm seeing that there's also a delay. So like in the spring, when we would have had our normal surge of homes coming to the market, I think that that's when people are like, oh, well, COVID hit. I don't know how to do this. There's a lot of confusion. They didn't put their houses on the market back then. And so now there's kind of a delay. Now they're just, some of them, summertime, late summer, they're like, oh, maybe I'll sell my house now. So we've had a delay for
Mhm.
sure.
I must
Yeah.
just be atypical because we moved into this house in the snow.
You did.
I'm not saying it was fun. I would have rathered the summer, but
Yeah.
at the same time, when you find the right house, you find the right house. There's no reason to stop looking in the fall or winter.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. I think that people mostly coincide that search with the school year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I was going to say that's going to really change things, right? So school year, and then school gets out, and we actually sometimes have slower Junes and July, because by the time school gets out in June, people are focused on vacations and family stuff, and
Graduation parties.
right. So we see a little bit of a slowdown, which is counterintuitive in the summertime, but that hasn't been the case, this year. In fact, it's been kind of the opposite, because people are figuring out their whole stay-at-home online schooling thing and stuff. And it really depends on the inventory levels too. I personally have only ever moved in February and November. Don't ask me why. It just worked
Getting
out.
the best price.
Yeah, we actually purchased ours in February and moved in March. So
Yeah.
kind of atypical also.
Yeah.
Does price have anything to do with it? I mean, are you going to find a better price on a home? That is, of course, going to be very atypical. I understand that, but that is kind of a valid question from Keith.
That's a great question. In wintertime, I would say that you're going to have fewer homes on the market. However, there's also going to be fewer buyers. So in a sense, you have less competition. So it's kind of a catch-22. If you feel that you're not going to find what you want in the wintertime, then, continuing that search into spring actually is not a bad idea. However, I think that you can actually get a good home in the wintertime, exactly what you want, for a good price.
I also sold this was 2 houses ago. Full disclosure, I move like every 26 months just because I
It's
have
true.
an addiction to homes.
There's no taxes anymore. Let's move.
Exactly. So we sold one of our houses in November, and it was an exceptionally rainy year. And I bought it in February. That wasn't an exceptionally rainy February, which was kind of odd. But at any rate, long story short, we had some water underneath the house and some issues that we really hadn't noticed because we bought at a time of year when it wasn't that rainy. So I personally am a proponent of, we have a lot of water in Oregon, and we have a lot of potential for mold and water underneath the house and all kinds of problems. So why not buy a house when it's in its potentially worst shape?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
at least see if water's standing around the foundation and
Yeah.
stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's super common.
And
That's
we're
super
not
common.
scared of that because we know how to fix that.
Yeah.
But also a buyer that works with us should also not be scared of that because we know how to fix that.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's nice to be aware of. It's interesting because I just sold a house in Hubbard, and he bought it in I want to say like late August of 2015, we'll say. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was bone dry underneath the house. And when he sold it, there was some evidence of standing water underneath the house and all these other issues that didn't come up on his inspection when he bought it. And luckily the seller was cool and was willing to, work with the buyer on fixing it. But it's just interesting how seasonally it changes so much on what comes up on your inspection.
Yeah.
So
Definitely does. We could keep going.
we could hours.
And I'm looking at the time going, oh, we've really gone over because we've had a great time enjoying all of these tastings.
Tasty ciders.
Anybody that wants to get these seltzers, it's from Towns Cider. You can go to their website. I think they're carrying it in stores as well. I'm pretty sure I saw it at Market of Choice in Corvallis. Towns Cider House, local Corvallis. Go buy them. They're delicious.
If you're
Amazing.
in the area and you have not been yet to their tasting room, there's nothing else you should be doing today.
Oh, yeah. Go to the
Yeah,
tasting room.
it's super nice.
Fantastic. Try all the ciders. This is not even the half of what they have.
Really?
There's
Oh,
all
yeah.
kinds of ciders there. It's fantastic. It's super fun.
Awesome.
Yep.
Also, shout out to Tacos Al Machine.
Yum.
Yes. Albany
were
and
delicious.
Corvallis locations. Really, really good. We highly recommend. We eat there all the time.
Yeah.
Keith-
Go to the one in Albany because they have a salsa bar.
Well, they have the salsa bar in Corvallis too, but you
Oh,
have to go
nice.
inside. The one in Corvallis has like a taco truck kind of thing. You can order outside. You can get all the same salsas there too. They're just in little cups.
They're so good.
I love
And
me a salsa bar.
Keith, what's your campaign site?
Oh, it's
Yes.
keithforalbany.org is my website, and same for Facebook, just Keith for Albany.
All right. Awesome. Well,
Thanks.
thank you guys. Thank you everyone for joining us. This is again, Real Oregon Lifestyle. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and realoregonlifestyle.com. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.